Good afternoon, everyone. Today, we will discuss about instructional adaptations for learners with homework completion difficulties. So first, let's have a quick recap. So what is instructional adaptation? These are the changes that a teacher makes to the classroom environment that provides students with equal access to curriculum. So it is classified into two. We have the accommodations and the modifications. So what is the accommodation? As we all know, accommodations are the changes made to the way a student learns. So this is the teaching strategies. Next, we have modifications. What is modification? They are the changes to the actual learning content. So we have the curriculum that is the basis of our learning content. Okay, so homework. This is the coverage of this discussion. What is the importance of homework, or what is homework? Homework is one aspect of general education curriculum that has been widely recognized as important to academic success, and then teachers have long used homework to provide additional learning time, strengthen study and organizational skills, and in some respects, keep parents informed of their children's progress. So, there are homework problems among students with learning disabilities. So, they can be attributed into two primary causes. We have the first one, students' characteristics. So, it covers the poor motivation, problems in listening, comprehension, lack of organizational skills. And then we have the second attribute, teachers' deficits in making assignments. So assigning work that is too difficult or time-consuming, that is first coverage. The second coverage is that failing to ensure that students record assignments properly or have necessary materials. So teachers should consider that basis. Okay, so student, teacher, and parents must work together to maximize the student's learning potential. Create a positive, productive strategies to ensure success in learning of students with special and additional needs. So we should always remember that first, collaboration between home and school will facilitate a successful education for the student. Second consideration that we have to remember is that have effective parent-teacher communication, collaboration, and consistency concerning the goals, successes, and problems. We should have meetings with parents so that they are aware of the child's progress. And third, we should always remember that we all learn in different ways, and we cannot expect that all students will respond in the same way because they learn in different aspects or different ways and to a specific teaching strategy. Some have different learning styles. So we have the auditory, the visual, kinesthetic, and tactile. So we also have a combination of two. We have visual, kinesthetic, and then others. So in helping your child to be successful, there are another reminders. So first, consistency and communication between home and school. So that was what I am talking about earlier, that teacher and parents should communicate or have meetings to monitor the progress of the child. Next, join the class for field trips and other activities. So for parents of students with special needs, some of the parents are busy, so they have assistant teacher or paraeducator to guide their children, or some have yaya. But parents performance or parents involvement is very important, so it should be considered. Another one is that stress your child's strengths. So take note of the strengths of your child, keep on making progress for it, as well as the difficulties of the child. Another one, work with your child to develop different ways to eliminate difficulties in learning, such as create an environment that encourages learning plan activities that complement their learning, and be active in helping your child solve the problems. Another one, gather resources about learning disabilities to better understand how you can be most effective. So understanding the difficulties is very important. Next is ensure your child understands what their academic difficulties are, so that you can focus and think of different strategies on how to deal with the difficulties. And then make a reasonable agreement about how much time your child will spend on homework. Okay? And another one, remember that your child's homework is their responsibility. You are responsible for providing a place and monitoring. Consider evaluation and alternative progress. But they should be the one to do the homework. You will just guide, read the instructions, repeat the instructions so that they can do the homework or the assignment. Another one is read at home if there is no regular homework to be done. So this is very important even with the children or students without disabilities. Reading is very important because reading skills are lifelong skills. Wherever we go, we should master reading, because just like crossing the street, if you can't read the zinc pedestrian, if you don't know how to read the road signs, it is very difficult. Just like when you go outside on the street, there are labels of the street on what is the name of the street. So it is a way on how to navigate on where to go, what street is this, what city is this. So reading is very important. And then lastly, provide your child with the tools they need at home. So this includes dictionary, thesaurus, calculator, and others. So there are many more. And then there are 5 homework strategies for teaching students with learning disabilities. So we have the first strategy. Give clear and appropriate assignments. So for me, it is very important that I will include this bullet in my slide because it is important to take note of this. So number 1, make sure students and parents have information regarding the policy on missed and late assignments, extra credit, and available adaptations. So it is under the parents and teachers monitoring. So we should not forget that parents' involvement is very important. It is very important also to repeat it always. And then we have establish a set homework routine at the beginning of the year. So that is a very clear. Okay? And then assign work that the students can do. Okay? We should not only focus on the difficulties but also the strengths of the students. Another one, assign homework in small units. For example, your homework for today is read for chapter 1, only chapter 1. And then another one, explain the assignment clearly. If you need to repeat it again, okay, usually teachers repeat instructions twice. But if you have a student with disability, you should repeat it until the child gets what you want him to do. Okay. Another one is write the assignment on the chalkboard and leave it there until the assignment is due. So as we have all experienced, this is a strategy that our teachers used when we were still in grade school and high school. So either students with difficulties or without, this should be clear and appropriate. Okay, another one is remind students of due dates periodically. So some teachers do it weekly, some students do it per quarter, but it depends on the teacher. And then lastly, coordinate with the teachers to prevent homework overloads. So the parent should call or text the teachers to monitor the assignments of the children or students. Okay, we have the second strategy, make homework accommodations. Okay, and then first is provide additional one-on-one assistance to the child. So if you need the child to read, as the assignment is reading the chapter 1, you have to listen with your child. Second is monitor students' homework more closely. So that is another one in parent involvement. Okay. Another one is allow alternative response formats. So example of this, allow the student to audio tape an assignment rather than hardworking. So this is an accommodation. Okay. And then we have adjust the length of the assignment. You can make it 1 hour, 30 minutes, it depends. Or you can break it. Every 30 minutes you can read, then you have time. Okay, and then tomorrow 30 minutes again, and so on. So next one is provide a peer tutor or assign the student to a study group. Okay, so we have different strategies. We have one-on-one, you teach your classmate. And then we also have by group. So your group will read this chapter 1 at the same time. Okay, another one, we have provide learning tools. For example, that is what I have mentioned earlier. Thesaurus, dictionary, calculators, and many more. So another one is adjust evaluation standards. So as a teacher of students with difficulties or a SPED teacher, we should have our evaluation clear, precise, concrete. Okay, never have assessments with high standards. We should focus on the strengths. Okay, and then lastly, give fewer assignments. So we don't exercise giving assignments, many assignments, just few, because learning also takes place in classroom. So another one, we have the third strategy, teach study skills. So identify a location for doing homework that is free of distractions. So many of us will say that the library is the best place to study and make assignments. And then some of us best makes their assignment when they're in their bedroom. Okay, and then we have all materials available and organized. So we should prepare for what will be the requirements or materials that the student will be needed or will be needing. Okay, another one is allocate enough time to complete activities and keep on schedule. Okay, another one we have take good notes. So we call this anecdotal records, the notes, to monitor the success and progress or the development of the child. Another one, we have develop a sequential plan for completing multitask assignments. Okay, we have to write the sequence of the assignments. Which assignment was read for chapter 1, for chapter 2, what is the schedule, and so on. Okay, then we have check assignments for accuracy and completion before turning them. So, as a parent, you should take or check the assignments if they are correct, if you can make adjustments or you can improve the answers, you can help the child on how to improve the assignments or make the child understand better about the question or about the assignment. Okay, another one is know how to get help when it is needed. So if you're a parent and then you are working not in the field of education, if your profession is like if you're a police or if you're a business person and then this assignment is you're not knowledgeable about this assignment, it's always right to seek for guidance and ask the teacher on what you should do. Just a text or a call and ask for a help if you don't need. Okay, but in our time, in the modern time, we have our best friend, we have Google. So if we don't know about certain topic, we shall get our cell phone or the desktop and then, hey Google, we'll just tell that. Okay, and then another one, lastly, we have to turn in complete homework on time. Okay, but if you are a parent of a child with special needs, time is allotted for you so that you can do the assignment ahead of time to comply it in the schedule that is given by the teacher. Okay, and then strategy number 4 is use a homework calendar. So this is very effective. So a way of doing it is coloring the square for the day green if homework was completed and returned if it is already checked by the teacher. Another one, coloring the square for the day red if the homework was not done, so that you can monitor what homework needs to be done or needs to be finished. Another one, coloring one half of the square yellow and one half of the square red if the homework is late, so that you can count how many assignments have been submitted late, and then you can adjust for the next assignment so that it will not be submitted late. And down to the last strategy, number 5, ensure clear homework for school communication. So parent and teacher meeting and parent involvement. So we have, firstly, encourage students to keep assignment books Okay. Secondly, providing a list of suggestions on how parents might assist with homework. For example, if you are the teacher, ask parents to check with their children about homework daily. So there are also teachers like that, always texting to follow up the needs of the child that needs to be addressed. Okay. Third is providing parents with frequent written communication about homework. So this is a letter. This strategy is writing a letter to the parents. And they give them to the child and tell the student that you give this to your mama or your papa. Okay? So, for example of this is progress reports, notes, and letters or forms. Okay, and lastly, sharing information with other teachers regarding the student's strengths and needs and necessary accommodations. So, if you are a SPED teacher, you need to collaborate or cooperate with the parents, the general education teachers, and the administrator so that accommodations can be made for the child. So I hope you have learned many things about the discussion in this afternoon. I'm Rayan Rodri S. Amansek, and thank you for watching. I have a quote here: with great powers come with great responsibility. So, as a student, we should always remember and look forward in this word responsibility, because it is very important when we get there if we are already SPED teachers. So, good afternoon and Salea de Gloria.